Welcome friends to this video. We're going to be learning how to draw the hand proportions. So what I'm going to do is we're going to draw the proportions and then sketch the hand after we have those proportions. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing we're going to do is draw two lines. This will represent the wrist and the tip of the middle finger. It can be any size because we're going to use the half method. So once you have those two lines, we'll draw a line in between. And then I will take that one in half. Then we'll do in half one more time, two more times. And so this will be the first knuckle. This will be the second. This will be the third knuckle of the middle finger. And what I'm going to do is label this as 1 unit and 2 units. And by the way, there's a half unit right here where the middle finger, or where the fingernail will be. So once I have that, let's now figure out the width of the hand. So I'm going to take 2 units here, and from the first unit, I'm going to come down and mark that. That's where the pinky finger will be. Then we'll take 1 unit, and from the fingernail, I'll go up from there, and I'll go down from there. And that's where the index and the ring finger will end. Now, once I've done that, I'll take 2 units here, and between the second and third, I'll come up from halfway there, and then that's where the thumb will be. And I'll take 2 units again here at the wrist, and it'll essentially be 1 unit from the top and 1 unit from the bottom, and that'll be the width of our wrist. Now that we've done that, I will go ahead and draw lines to each one of these from the wrist to the tip of the finger, and that'll kind of give us an idea where the bones will be. So I'll divide this part between the wrist and the middle finger here into 2 parts. So I'll go from that point to the thumb, and then half of that I'll go to the index finger, and then I'll do the same thing here. And that essentially will be where the bones will be. Then we could do one more thing, and that is kind of highlight where the knuckles are. We could do this a couple ways. We could have each one of these just like we did the middle finger, or another way is we can kind of figure out where the knuckles are just by curving. So let's go the tip of this finger, or the thumb to the index to the middle, back to the ring, back to the pinky. And then we can do that again by following that same parallel. So back here will be the first knuckle to the middle finger, to the ring finger, to the pinky. And we could do that one more time here. And this just gives us kind of the flow of the hand of where each knuckle is to help us draw that. All right, so now that we have that shape, we can go ahead and draw our hand on the outside of that. So the outside of the wrist, now you notice there's going to be muscle here and muscle here, so there's going to be mass that comes out from there, and then it's going to come back in to shape the knuckle here. As far as where the skin, the webbing in between the finger goes, let's do one more measurement here. So 1 unit behind this knuckle, right up in between is kind of where that thumb is going to be, and then 1 unit about halfway, maybe a little bit more between each one of between 2 and 3 is where those fingers are going to line up, and then the pinky will be a little bit further back because it is shorter. All right, so now that we have that, we can go ahead and finish drawing the thumb. Now, depending on how you're drawing the hand, if you're drawing the thumb close in or out, in this case I'm drawing it right next to, so we won't actually see the end of the webbing. In fact, it'll kind of overlap from the index finger, if that makes sense right there. And so then now we can come down and draw the tips of the finger, come back, and then curve down right as we hit one of those marks. Then the tip of the next finger, come back, Turn around when we hit that mark. Go to that tip. Come back, turn around when we hit that mark. Come back with hit the tip, and then now we have pinky, and then as far as the wrist, it also comes out and then comes back in. Probably a little too much there. All right. So yeah, hopefully this helps as far as drawing the hand proportions. We can do this in different angles as well, depending on where you're looking at the hand. And I will continue making more tutorials like this as I work my way through anatomy. So stay tuned, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on any of those. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. See you next time.